3, 2, 1. Oh. Welcome back, folk. I'm just kidding. I didn't start it yet. Okay. Ho got attitude in my house. Like, get we film here? Or I could kick you out right now. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. That was a joke.
It's okay. Christelle's on my side.
What?
She'll come get me.
Oh, well, I'm pretty sure my mom would take you home.
If you kicked me out.
She would be on your side and not mine. I actually should get my glasses on if I didn't look like a fucking weirdo. Okay. Are we gonna start?
Yeah.
Are you gonna start? You wanna start?
3, 2, 1, go. Hey guys.
I hope this has me in frame.
Did you
If not,
look?
all good.
Did you
Hey
look?
guys.
Hey. Did you look?
Well, I mean, not really.
Okay. It's fine.
I have to look if I'm in frame.
Frick.
Oh, I literally am.
Oh, okay.
This is not, but that's totally fine. My cup's not in frame, but that's fine. Ruby got me a cup for my birthday. Thanks, Ruby.
You're welcome. Do you like it?
Not really. I was just kidding. I love it.
Right, not like he was dying for it.
I was
but...
dying. Anyways, hey guys.
Hey guys.
Today we're talking. This feels so weird that my mom can hear us.
She can?
I don't know, maybe. Anyways, hey guys.
Hey.
Judging by the title, you already know what the fuck we're talking about, so.
We're talking about small towns versus big cities. Yay. Okay.
I thought she was. Anyway. Okay, before we get into it, I think we should describe what we think a small town is and what we think a big city is.
I think of a small town as this. Sioux City.
Oh, yeah, just expose our city on the internet, totally.
Hello. And I also think of it as, like, even smaller, like Homer.
You can't say these niche names. You have to describe
Homer,
it.
Nebraska? Okay, fine.
Nobody's gonna know.
Like, they don't have a Hy-Vee. Small town as in...
Okay, California doesn't have Hy-Vees. Are they small towns?
No, but in small towns, like around here, they don't have Hy-Vees. The only store you can get is like a huge-ass Dollar General. And then you have like one barber shop that everyone in the town goes to. You have one like little Pizza Hut or something. And yeah, a little grocery store, probably not
Probably not.
like a big known grocery store.
Oh, yeah.
What do you think of it as?
Okay, well, I put that a small town is very small. Like, I would say one grocery store, like one school, that kind of vibe.
Yeah. One school.
And then a big city to me would be somewhere bigger, like San Francisco, San Diego, Los Angeles, New York City, Kansas City. Those ones. Chicago, like big cities. And then I would say, like, everywhere in between could be, like, medium, small, medium, large. But, like, I would say we're, like, medium, small.
We are medium small, yeah. But, like...
Sioux Falls is, like, medium, large.
Right, exactly.
But, like, Des Moines, like...
Medium small.
No.
They have a mall.
You think Des Moines small?
I think anywhere with a mall...
Hello? You think... you think Des Moines smaller than Sioux Falls?
I don't really know what Des Moines looks like.
Oh, it's not. I'm putting Ruby on. It's not. Anyways, nobody here lives in Iowa except us. So.
But I don't consider this a super small town because we have a mall.
Yeah. Oh, is that what you're gonna say?
Yeah, like anywhere with a mall, you're automatically not a small town that we're talking about. You know what I mean?
Like you're not Homer, Nebraska. So get
Exactly.
Out. Anyways, so now that we cleared that up,
Mm-hmm.
Let's get into it. Want to start off with small town pros? Did you do pros and cons? Or?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, same.
Okay, I have one, and I would say that it feels like more... What do you have to say?
No, go ahead. All good.
That it feels like more of a community.
Are you going to explain further? Or
Okay,
that's
but
it?
also I wanted to say that I think in big cities, you can find those small communities and the small community feel. You
Niche.
know? I think you can in big cities. So I think it's kind of...
Sorry, guys, I'm playing with makeup.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't do that.
Oh.
But I think it's like a pro and a con for
A pro and a pro?
I think it's a pro for each, yeah.
Totally. Okay, for my first small town pro, I put cost of living because typically smaller towns, or even like medium-sized towns like we're in right now, have like less demand for houses and competition. Actually, ours is like pretty high right now, which is sad.
Yeah.
But anyways, they typically have lower cost of living, which is nice.
Yeah.
I also put more community, but it's totally fine.
Okay, well, small towns also have like a lower crime rate, so they don't, they're just safer. What?
We put all the same things, by the way. Anyway, okay. But for more community, I put, because usually they have like a niche group of people that all know each other very well and know a lot about a person or their family. And so you can like get along with them very well, or if you want to look at the con side and you're different from them, you're cooked. Like,
right, then everyone
knows.
hates you and everyone knows your business. That's what I put as a con. Everyone knows your business.
What's another pro? Are we done?
It's quiet. For me, that's a pro. But also...
No, I was burping. Sorry.
Oh. I thought you were just going to sleep. I was like...
No, I was burping. Did you not hear it?
What was I saying? So yeah, heard it. It's quiet in small towns, and I think that can be a pro definitely for most people.
Yeah, real.
Yeah.
Okay. For another pro, I put bigger dreams, but like this is kind of a maybe because my driver's ed instructor was talking about it and how he said he would pick the top 10 from his class of 40, like whole class, like 2027 class, then the top 10 out of 400 here because they're more committed, yada yada. And I think a lot of people that come from smaller towns, like you just hear about how they have bigger dreams.
They do.
But that's not for everybody. I'm just saying that's, like, some do. Not always, though.
Because when you're in a small town, you always want to get out.
Yeah.
So, like, it's like, oh, when I get out, I'm going to do this. When I'm going to go with this place, I'm going to... You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So... Yeah.
Is that all you had?
Are we moving on to big cities?
No.
Oh, wait, no, I had one more.
Oh.
I would say that... Sorry. Okay, all right. I would say that in a small town, you have more of a routine. Like, you can get up in the morning, you just do the same thing every day, you're in the same spot every day. You have a routine. And some people like that. Some people are like, want more optimism and stuff. More spontaneous.
Spontaneism?
Yeah. Like, they just want...
Is that a word?
It is now.
It should be, if
Okay.
it's not. Anyways, yeah, I also had less crime, and just because, like, everyone knows everyone, and then I also had slower pace, because, I don't know, just more relaxing, and this could be on the roads, or just noise outside. So, it could be a pro or con, depending how you look at it.
Is your sock in the frame?
No.
Oh, okay.
Why are you looking at my sock?
It's on the floor.
Wait, are we going... Do you have cons for small town?
I guess I do, yeah.
Okay, well, I'll go first. Mine was less diversity, was like number one for me. Because, I don't know, I also thought about this when I was driving with my driver's ed teacher. Shit, that's like character development. Like, that teaches you a lot. But anyway, he said it was a lot easier to be singled out. And he said that if someone was like a wannabe thug, which was the words he used, that they were more likely to be singled out, and that word spread fast. So if someone's like different or not like everyone in their town, it's easy to notice and potentially like get bullied.
Yeah. I would say... Sorry. I would say that a con would be they don't have as much education. Like, not saying their education is bad, but if you're...
She's so reading off my list right now.
Oh, no, it's...
We think alike.
It's right here.
Oh.
So basically, what I was saying is that they... Like, if you have a specific thing you want to do, you most likely will have to go out of that small town in order to get the education that you need in order to do that career, you know? So they don't have as much... What's it called? Like,
opportunities?
No. starts with an A, I think. I want to say affabilities, but that's not a word. Anyways, go ahead.
Anyway, another one I had, but was the same one, was just like word spread fast. And then less things to do, because obviously when you're in a small town, there's not as much to do. Like, I say there's not a lot of stuff to do here, but we're not even that small, to be honest. Like,
right.
I visited small towns, and
me too.
Won't catch me doing anything there.
Exactly. Like, what are you even supposed to do?
Yeah.
Yeah, going along with that, you can't, there's only so many people. So, like, unless somebody new moves to your town, then that's the only time you're meeting someone new, you know?
Mm-hmm. And the next one I had was less pay, because depending on your career, you might get paid less for doing the same job in a small town compared to, like, Los Angeles. And obviously this depends what career you want to do, but typically you'll get paid more in a bigger city. But this could just be outweighed with the cost of living. So it's like,
right,
pros and cons. Do you want to be in a bigger city and pay more for rent, or do you want, like, a smaller city, get paid less and pay less for rent?
Yeah.
And then I also had less education opportunities, and I think because I grew up in a medium-sized town, I definitely have had, like, a lot of specific and helpful education opportunities. And we have, like, the Career Academy and stuff, which is in our town, which has hundreds and hundreds of different, like, classes for different careers. And I don't know, we share it throughout our district, and just have a lot of education opportunities for free. And we also, like, partnered with the college locally, so you can take online courses and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. It's really great.
That's only in a small-sized town.
It's a great system, you know? Yeah, I would say that also a con is that you get bored a lot, because you don't get as much serotonin, because there's not a lot of serotonin to get, so you end up becoming, like, not saying this is true for everyone, but if you don't get out, you most likely have some sort of addiction, you have some sort of problem, I'm just saying.
That got deep,
no,
sorry.
I'm just saying that if you don't get that much serotonin, you search for the serotonin, so, like, you'll start doing substances or drugs, things like that.
Really?
So, yeah.
I thought since, like... Actually, never mind. Anyways, I put less medical care because, I don't know, my grandma doesn't live in, like, a particular small town since she moved away from here. Mm-hmm. So she's, like, in another medium-sized city. And it's honestly probably on the larger side. Like, it's bigger than this. But even with that, she still has to travel to get, like, specific medical care. And this is true with, like, my stepdad as well. And he has to go to, like, a bigger city to get certain needs medically. So that might also be a con. Or it doesn't matter if you're privileged enough to not have that. So.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's all I had. So.
Okay, same.
Oh, great. So we're moving on to big cities. Great. Do you want to start off, or do you want me?
Sure. I just put more job opportunities, career or not, because even just there being so much to do, there's, like, a lot more job opportunities as well. So even if you don't have, like, a typical career, like, went to college for that career, you can just want, like, a basic 9-to-5 and no degree. There's probably more chance for this being in a bigger city and for higher pay.
You can be a very successful waitress or, like, bartender when you're in a big city. No? I put like, connections and meeting new people. If the more people you meet, the more connections you'll have, which can lead you to a lot of new opportunities. So I think it's good to have people like that, meet new people when you're in a big city, and I think it's a good resource to use.
Yeah, I just had more educational opportunities, like I said in the literal cons list 2 minutes ago. Bigger cities typically do have more educational opportunities that can prepare you for colleges, or even, like, a trade, or just even if you want to take a fun class to decide what you want to do on someone else's dime. And it's just such good educational opportunities for kids. So
I said, like, going new places, maybe trying a new food. Because I know some, like here, sometimes I'll be like, what should we have for dinner? And I'm like, oh, tacos again? And it's like, I mean, I would never complain.
Low-key, she just goes to Taco Bell, guys, so, like...
I hate Taco Bell.
Taco John's.
Right,
sorry.
exactly.
But, like, there's, like, a lot more places. Like, you haven't been to Wheelhouse.
But what do they serve? I bet they don't serve...
Everything. It's like Chili's, almost.
Oh, we'll see. I've been to
Better.
Chili's.
Chili's has pizza. Okay.
Someone just got food poisoning from Chili's recently. Anyways, but like in New York City, you have all these different places to try. You have, if you haven't tried a new food, you can find it easily. It's just one of those things that you could get a lot more diversity in.
Mm-hmm. Along with that, I said more diversity. And I don't know, this is just really important. Like, if you live in New York City and you dress in a specific way, you can feel like you might be judged less. Or even if you're doing something different that's not in, like, the norm, you'll be called brave in, like, a positive connotation rather than a negative one.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it's just more normal to be different.
Hey, that's a good one. Frick. You already said jobs and careers. I guess you just have more places to go. You have more, like, if you, like, let's say you're just tired of doing the same thing every day, you could drive 30 minutes across a city and, like, find something absolutely new. Like, let's say you go to the same gym every day. You could try a different gym. You can go to a Pilates class or something. You can go shopping, and there's, like, a lot more shops to go to. So, that's a pro.
Mm-hmm. That's what I said. I just said more things to do. You have more malls, stores, and activities, and just partake and get involved in more things. Like a new class or something like that, if that's what you're after. And you also have higher access to concerts, which this is like one of the biggest things, because I've struggled with this. I'm not in a big city, and just nobody comes here. It's actually so annoying. Anyway, it just sucks because they don't play near me.
Yeah,
so,
we literally have to drive to, like, Omaha.
Even they don't have any good ones.
Right. That gets tiring. That's all I had, kind of. I mean, for cons, it's, like, loud. I already said it's quiet for small towns, but it's loud. It's really fucking loud in big cities. But I never had a problem sleeping with noise, so I don't know. But if you have a problem sleeping with noise, you can just get earplugs or something.
Or you could just, like, move into a apartment not directly in the city, just right out.
Yeah, right outside.
Anyway, I had more opportunities to meet new people, that was already said, but there's just so many more people that you would think, like, a big city would be lonely, but I don't think it would, because it depends what you make of it, I guess, but it also could be just a better opportunity to meet new people, not only that you like, but are more similar to you, and you share interests, and just don't align, like, meet people that also don't align with, like, typical small town values or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's a good one.
And you typically get paid higher. I already said that one. Also, public transportation's a lot better in big cities.
And a lot more normalized.
Yeah. And access to medical care again.
Yeah. Another con I can think of is that you don't really, like, if you're in a big city, the normal is apartments. And for me, I would like to have a house. So if you're trying to live in a big city for the rest of your life, you have to, like, really save up for that house, because if there is a house, it's definitely expensive as shit. So
yeah, I just had a higher cost of living, and that's just the first one that comes to mind. And there can be more houses in space, but finding a house, especially with, like, again, within a smaller budget, can be hard and a challenge, but you can also outweigh the pros and cons between your job and getting paid more, if it's worth it or not to you.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, that's all I had. But
Okay.
I have, like, what I... Do you have more?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Lack of parking. And I don't know, this might just be such a big one for me because, like, there's more to do, but you don't really have parking to do it. There isn't as much space in the city. There's a lot to do, but I don't know, growing up, you go to a restaurant, there's a parking lot. You go to a shop, there's a parking lot. Or the mall or whatever. In a big city, like a restaurant might take valet, but you have to pay for that.
Right.
Or you might have to park further and walk.
Yeah, parking can be expensive.
Yeah. And then pollution was another one. Because of all the chaos of the cities and the factories and buildings, the air quality might not be as good. And I hear about that a lot in Los Angeles.
Mm-hmm.
And then higher crime rates. Just because it's not a tight-knit community, so not anybody knows everybody. And you're at more risk of being, like, your house getting robbed or something.
Right. Okay, I had what I thought ultimately.
Yeah, same.
Okay, great. So ultimately, I would choose, if I had to choose one, I would choose the big city. But I think that's because I don't want to be stuck doing the same things for the rest of my life. Like, I like to have opportunities. I like to be inspired. And I feel like in a small, super small town, you just can't always get that, you know? And you have to make do of what you have for sure, but in a big city, I think I would live better than in a small town. But personally, I would love to live outside of a big city, not like inside, but I would love to live right outside so that I can do whatever I want.
Small town feel, but like a big city's right there.
Exactly.
That would be huge.
That would be amazing.
I don't know. I think I've gone back and forth with the question for like a really long time. But like, I don't know, after sitting and thinking of it, I had originally thought maybe a big city when I'm young and then settle down in the town when I'm older and having children. But I think if I had to choose now, I would probably try and find a medium, but obviously that's cheating. And I have to pick one. So I would probably choose big city because there's more to do. There's more diversity for my kids to be accepted. There's more educational opportunities, and that's huge for them. And I think that's so important. And I don't know, the cons of the big city, I think, would be able to adjust just fine, just like the parking, pollution. I don't know. Again, you can just live right outside. And I think you can adjust to that better than a small town, but that's just for me. And I think when I get older, I would choose a medium-sized city, leaning larger, obviously. And maybe not somewhere like LA or New York City, but when I'm raising my kids, maybe somewhere like Omaha, bigger than that a little bit, maybe. And, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's important to not live right, like, directly inside the big city when you're settling down and having kids, because the crime rates
Rustle and bustle of it all.
The crime rates and, like, the transportation can be confusing, and your kids don't really have any outdoors area to play unless you, like, take them to a park. And I think having a backyard is important for me. So, yeah.
That's all I had.
That's all I had.
Okay, great.
Okay, great.
Bye, guys. Just kidding.
Love you, bye.
Tune in every Tuesday.
Every Tuesday.
Ruby really wants to eat these raspberries, so we're going to go now. See ya. Thanks for tuning in. Video on Spotify and YouTube. She's already eating. Okay, we're going to go.